Good morning, friends. Happy Sunday. It's December the 8th. And let me go ahead and go over what I know will be in this video. And otherwise, it will be listed here on the screen somewhere. That's at least the amount of editing that I feel like I'm confident in doing, is doing the text on the screen. So if I don't tell you, it's listed here somewhere. So I started my day off with 20 ounces of water. As usual, that's just been a habit for several years now. 20 ounces of water before I have coffee or anything else. And here for some time, we've been doing chlorophyll, this chlorophyll here in our water. And I'm telling you, if you know of somebody that has body odor, this does work. Because I know my husband and son, they eat spicy food all the time on a daily basis. It's peppers, onions, and garlic almost every day. And it radiates out of their pores. It just does. It's just not bad breath. This does help with bad breath too. But see, it says freshens breath, promotes cleansing, internal deodorizer. And the days they go without that, that's when they start stinking pretty bad. So you can't skip a day. So yeah, I got me some eggs. 3 eggs. One is from one of our chickens outside because they don't lay dozens of eggs. We only have like 4 chickens, so I have to supplement with regular eggs from the store. What else I'm going to talk about? My birthday's coming up in a few days. And if you wait on someone else to make a decision for you, or you to plan your activities or your birthday based on what other people say, their opinion, and they may not get, and the big thing is, if they don't give you any information or ideas, you just got to go ahead and do it yourself. And I'm learning still that don't put expectations of other people. Don't do that. Don't make it where I'm going to do stuff based on what somebody else wants and or doesn't want. You know, I guess I'm kind of a people pleaser, and I try to get people's approval. And just a while ago I was thinking about how I will typically think, I really want to, my love language is quality time. I like to spend time with people I care about. But then I thought, wait a minute. The people I care about sometimes doesn't care about me. And then when I'm spending time with them, I'm spending most of the time trying to gain their acceptance. Do you do that? Do you care about these people a lot? You want to spend time with them. They don't necessarily want to spend time with you, and you kind of can feel that, and you can sense that when you're with them, and you're walking on eggshells when you're with them. And if you're spending most of your time walking on eggshells when you're around somebody, that's hard. And you shouldn't have to spend your time with people that you have to watch your tongue. You can't be truly who you are, because you're afraid of disappointing them. And I feel like that's me sometimes with certain people, and it just, then we end up irritating each other and causing more when I'm trying to be my true self around somebody, and then it bothers them, and then it just escalates the issues and the situation, and you're just struggling to meet their expectations, but still at the same time want to be yourself. And I find that's just something, though I'm going to be 50 in a few days, I'm still struggling with those things of finding the point of saying, who cares what other people think or want to do? If they don't want to spend time with me, hey, That's their thing. And as for birthdays, honestly, there's really few birthdays I ever can recall that was worth anything to remember, that wasn't somewhat traumatic and disappointing. I mean, I hate to say that, you know? Am I being selfish? I ain't gonna go over the certain details of some birthdays that were, but in all my years since my earliest memories, you know, I've had expectations. You know, even as a toddler, you will have expectations of your parents and others, and they don't meet your expectations. You're going to be disappointed. And maybe that's it. Maybe I've just had I honestly will tell you, some of those events, some of those birthdays, I don't feel like I had unrealistic expectations. And that hurt that came from it, you know, I mean, just for example, if you have parents and you're a little kid and they don't even say happy birthday, or a loved one doesn't even remember your birthday, I mean, I don't think it's unrealistic to expect people that you really are close to remember your birthday. I don't think it's unrealistic to expect that. And when they don't and days go by, you're crushed. You're crushed. But yeah, I think maybe maybe under 5 birthdays. I'm trying to think, was there ever really a decent birthday that I can remember that was memorable enough in a positive way? Yeah, I think it's expectation. Part of it is my expectations of other people. Maybe you struggle with this too. Maybe you find that you get more acceptance from people here on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook. And honestly, that's I hate to say that. I feel like maybe I get more approval from people I don't even know. People that I don't even know. You guys, right? And it's kind of sad, right? The people in your real life every day, you feel like you should be able to relax and be yourself, and then not feel condemned for being yourself and being who you are. You know, it is what it is, you know, and I can't expect others to fulfill my desires and needs, you know, and all of that, you know. So it is what it is. So my birthday, I wrote down some ideas. I wrote down potential Zumba, go to a Zumba class, a dance club. That's hard to find. I think I mentioned in a previous video. In our area, mainly everybody shags or line dances, and you ain't got no dance club. You know, if I want to go to a dance club, that's going to be at least an hour away. You know, so let me think. I put even zip lining. It's an idea. I want activity-based birthday. I want something that doesn't revolve around food or alcohol. So I put down, yeah, zip lining, a Zumba class, dance club thing. What else did I put down? I wrote it down in my book here, my planner, my trusty old planner. Roller skating, take a flying lesson. That costs money. See, some of these things are so low things that don't depend on other people. Going for a massage, that might be nice. Or see if I can get people to participate in a business presentation. I'm not good at planning birthday parties. I never was good planning my kids' birthday parties. Even my daughter's wedding, I was like, you need to hire somebody to do that, because I can't. I can't I never could get people to come to even my kids' birthday parties half the time. So certainly, and then whenever I've done like a business presentation, I am lucky to get one person. So let me see this devotion. You don't mind if I read a devotion to you, do you? I need to eat my eggs before they get cold. I'm gonna wrap this clip of this video up with this devotion, and I'm gonna get to eating because it's church day. I do believe in going to church, and it is after almost 9:30, and church starts at 11. So I got to finish getting ready. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Psalm 34:1. This devotion is probably for me going over what I just talked about, right? Let's think about this. Improve your self-talk. Whether you know it or not, you have an ongoing conversation with yourself. How does it sound? Is this important? Do you encourage yourself or do you condemn yourself? If you are positive, then you strengthen your positive self-image. If you are negative, you weaken your self-worth. If you're serious about improving your life, then you must improve the way you think of yourself. And to do that, you must change the way you talk to yourself. And the older you grow, the more responsible you are for the way you think, talk, and believe. Do you already have enough problems? Why give yourself more by discouraging yourself with negative self-talk? Turn into your own encourager. Oh gosh, this is hitting me right here. Each time you do a good job, compliment yourself. Each time you choose discipline over indulgence, don't tell yourself that you should have done that. Don't tell yourself that you should have done that anyway. Appreciate how much you are helping yourself. Each time you make a mistake, don't rehearse everything that's wrong with yourself. Tell yourself that you're paying the price for growth and that you'll learn to do better next time. The psalmist recognized the importance of self-talk. I will bless the Lord at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. Psalm 103, verse 2. I will say to the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him I will trust. Psalm 91, 2. The word for you today is improve your self-talk. Man, should have started this video off with the devotion before I started rambling my mouth about all these things. Does this kind of go along with what I was talking about? What I needed to hear? Is this kind of like what you needed to hear too? Do you talk down to yourself too? Do you think less of yourself and your abilities? This is good. This is good. I think that's me. Sometimes when you think less of your own abilities and your confidence is not there. You know, I've been told in the past I lack self-confidence, and really you need God confidence. And if you have God confidence, true God confidence, you can go forward to doing what he's called you to do. And if he's called you to run a home-based business, throw yourself a birthday party, invite people to a get-together, have confidence in him enough that he will work through you to do the job, and he will lead the right ones. And if nobody shows up, and trust me, I've had get-togethers, not one person. I have planned and organized and invited people to events, parties and such, that no one showed up. And I'll look back on those activities because I remember clearly about certain ones. I prayed for God's peace over planning the activity and the event, and I thought I trusted him to get the people to come, and no one showed up. And looking back, I think it's throughout my whole life, I really believe that maybe he's saying that it's just me and you. It's not, if no one else will be there for you, he's there. and then he's all I need, not other people. You know, he will send the right people at the right time, but he's ultimately all I need. And if no one else shows up to a party, event, or anything I plan, he's all I need. He is truly all I need to, and I should rejoice. It says here, bless the Lord, praise him, right? Rejoice. Rejoice always. So this devotion is from the Word for You Today. You can order this. It's free, I believe. You can request copies. I will try to show you the address if you need that. So, and that's what the devotion looks like. So I'm going to go ahead, wrap this up, and eat my food, get dressed for church, and trust the Lord. It's going to be an awesome day because the message already has really touched my heart, and maybe it's touched you too. So I will see you in the next clip and everything. I hope you have a great Sunday. This is the outfit that I wore to church today. Simple and comfortable. So let's get started wrapping up this video that I started earlier. And turns out is 66 degrees outside and 30% humidity. Inside is 73 degrees, 24 humidity. I'm going to be shedding this sweater here soon. And I know you're probably thinking from my previous clip, this girl is something wrong with her. Mental issues probably. But, of course, I have to also accept, like all social media people that post anywhere on any social media site, you're going to have negative feedback at times. It comes with the territory, and that's expected. You just don't expect it from loved ones so much about just life. You know, I mean, yeah, if I was doing something illegal, sure, but just want to be accepted sometimes, right? So I went to church, and that kind of added to my thoughts about what I was speaking on earlier. There's a fly in the house because you can tell when it's warmed up some, the flies are out and about. So, one speaker I heard online at a service online, sorry if I repeat myself, I do that. Mary had a calling. We're discussing Mary, Joseph, and Jesus' conception. Mary had a calling on her life, right? And she accepted it even before knowing that Joseph would be okay with it. You know, he became a support for this call. God has a plan. You follow it and trust God. Even if somebody close to you, like her, it was going to be her husband. Thankfully, God gave him a message that he needs to be a supportive husband and father to Jesus, right? So sometimes God will tell you to do something and gives you an assignment before he tells somebody else. Maybe they're just to be in a supportive role. You know, I was always taught the man be the leader, the man go first at everything, right? And, you know, that's what you hope for, but you're not always going to get. And then I went to church and heard a message about purpose, priorities, stuff like that. And something goes along about Jesus and Moses and Joseph, not Moses, Joseph, Mary, and Jesus. So something I'm called to do, sometimes others can't tell you. So even if someone, you're asking someone, do you think I'm called to do this? Do you feel at peace about this decision that I'm about to make? And then people give you feedback. They may not be able to tell you. So they're still trying to figure out themselves. So they may not know what to do for themselves, right? So, but yeah, I've got to get rid of any past teachings that people have passed on to me that may be unbiblical. I need to give up past expectations, like give up the idea that I should gain the acceptance of people or give up expectations of people that I think should be treating me a certain way. Give up my fears, because that's what holds me back a lot, is fears and doubts. And I should stop talking myself out of doing something. Just go ahead, do it. If God has said to do it, just do it. Even if it appears it's not working out, you gave it a go, because if you don't give it a go, you're going to live with life of resentment and regret, right? So I'm talking to myself here, rereading my notes that I wrote on a sheet of paper from church. So I need to deny myself, right? That means denying my fears, denying my doubts and my expectations, and move on and do what needs to be done. Keep going around the same mountain over and over again, hoping and praying that somebody else will follow me and go with me on this journey, when sometimes God says, I want you to go ahead and go. They'll catch up. They'll eventually get the idea and come on and join you. But maybe right now they're not seeing it. They're not seeing the big picture. Even if the other people that I want to join me on my journey, whatever journey that is, maybe they're not seeing it. They're not hearing from it right now. But maybe once I get started, they'll be like, wow, okay, we want to go on this journey too. Worry is a product of fear, and transformation is important, very important. And it's God that transforms you, not yourself or other people. Because the more you strive to live up to your own expectations, the more I strive to live up to what I think I should be like, I'm going to fail. And I'm going to be disappointed in myself. So I need to ask God to help me with that. And I wrote a side note, just thought that occurred, can overthinking result in fear or worry? Because I tend to overthink and overanalyze before I actually step out of the boat. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus telling Peter, Peter gets out of the boat, and he could have just sat there and overanalyzed every wave, timing, and just now random thought, jump roping. You remember doing jump roping? People are twirling that rope, and you've got a time when to jump in there. And if you hesitate too long, you're never going to do it. You're going to talk yourself out of it. Don't become weary in doing good. So don't let weariness and past failures keep you from trying again. You know, otherwise bitterness and resentment, like I probably already have said. He brought up scripture from Hebrews 10:11-18 about Jesus being all the sacrifice that we need. And Romans 4 talked about righteousness apart from works. My striving to do what is right doesn't equate to salvation. So that could carry over to just what I've said, striving to do what I feel is right, and it's never going to gain somebody's approval, you know. And then and the thought also occurred to me, I'm wrapping it up right now. Don't worry, I'm not going to carry on much longer. Don't cast stones on others based on what they do or do not do, or my expectations of them, or what I think they should be doing, or works I think they should be doing, you know. So Jesus said, don't be casting stones. So I may expect a certain loved one to live up to this certain expectation, or do this certain thing, maybe celebrate my birthday with me, and I shouldn't get angry at them. I shouldn't be throwing stones at them because that's not their thing. They're not into birthdays. They don't quite agree with birthdays, maybe. You know, even if you've celebrated their birthdays when they never asked to have their birthday celebrated. And, you know, some people have never asked for their birthday to be honored and celebrated. And I gotta be understanding of that. But they've never asked it, but I went ahead and would shower them with whatever. and maybe it's time to not hold it against them that that's their preference, that they aren't into birthdays, maybe. And doing anything for my birthday would be not what they believe in, maybe. So I shouldn't be casting stones. It's their belief. It's their belief. And I shouldn't be casting stones at them for not hooping and hollering. And now, I don't want a surprise birthday party. I am not about surprise birthday parties. I'm more of a planner and stuff. Some people it's great for, but it would freak me out. It would freak me out. I wouldn't even know how to react. But those are my thoughts, what I feel God is speaking to me, and about, all this stuff going on. And, because I'm coming up on 50, and I think it should be special. I mean, I shouldn't even be alive, in my opinion. If I gave you my testimony, it would be long. But God has gave me more years than I thought I would get. And there was plenty of opportunities that my years would be shorter than they are now. So I am very thankful, very blessed, and I should, if it's just me and God celebrating, that's great. So I'm going to probably get off here, plan a little something for myself. Nothing else, make me a massage appointment, something, and just thank the Lord, spend that time praying and trusting God, and make the changes I need to make, or let God make the changes in me that need to be made, and not worry about what other people are doing. Leave other people in God's hands. Leave all expectations in God's hands. Do what I need to do. Focus on what I need to do, not what other people need to be doing, because that's between them and God. So you need to probably remember that too. You focus on what you need to be doing, and not worry about what everybody else on social media or in your family's doing, because sometimes when it all comes down to just you and the Lord, what you believe in yourself, about yourself, not about what everybody else is doing. So I hope you got something out of this message today, and yeah, we'll see what comes up next. I'm obviously didn't post any exercises or anything extra special, but I don't know, maybe you think I'm kind of crazy. That's okay. Craziness is obviously what gets views, right? I don't even know what I'm going to put as a thumbnail to this, or the title. I usually let in food line. Oh my gosh, my brain. I usually let YouTube decide what the thumbnail will be, but title, whatever. I'm gonna let you guys go, and hopefully I will be doing another video this coming up week and let you know how my birthday is gone and what the plan is. Have a great day.